And now, ladies and gentlemen,
I'm Coach Cochran.
I'm Coach Johnson, and you're watching the Great Sports Report.
Hi, and welcome to the Great Sports Report Show. I'm your host, Corporal Robbie Jones of the Goldsboro Police Department, and today we're in Eagle Country, Rosewood High School, where we'll be visiting Coach Cochran, head volleyball coach of the Rosewood Eagles. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back with Coach Cochran.
No, I don't know though. I'm scared.
Do you know that you're in my lane? No, not at all. Are you not paying attention? Are you texting? I was just checking in with my mom. I was telling her that I thought we'd be home by 6. It's okay. There's enough time. Just pay attention. I'm not even halfway through my text. There's no way. I'm not even going to look up. My babies are in the car. You have to pay attention. It's just supposed to be a quick text. I'm so sorry.
And welcome back to the Great Sports Report Show. We're in Eagle Country, Rosewood High School, and we have with us today Coach Cochran. Coach, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Now, Coach, for the people who don't know you, introduce yourself to Wayne County.
My name is Jennifer Cochran, and I'm the head varsity volleyball coach, and I've been the coach here for 17 years. I'm originally from Suffolk, Virginia, and I went to school at University of Mount Olive and was on a scholarship there to play softball and volleyball. And I also have coached softball here as well.
Mm-hmm. Now, what got you interested in being a coach at Rosewood High School?
I guess one of the biggest things I always wanted to teach, because I always wanted to coach. So I came here and interviewed with Mr. Wayne Williams. He was the principal here at the time, and they had a coaching opportunity to do middle school soccer. And then from that middle school soccer position, the volleyball position opened up, and I took it at that point.
Very good. Now, Coach, you guys had an outstanding season last season, but I understand that you lost a lot of seniors. So how is the team coming along this year? How are you making up for that lost leadership of the seniors? I think you lost 8 seniors.
I lost 8 seniors, one to University of Mount Olive. She's playing there now, and another one of our seniors is also playing softball at the University of Mount Olive. So this year we're rebuilding. We've got 5 upperclassmen, 1 senior starter, and we only have 1 junior. And then the rest are made up by freshmen and sophomores.
Now talk to me about how does freshmen, how do you get them, how do you choose freshmen? I know you have a JV team, which is coached by Wade Johnson. How do you go about choosing that particular freshman to come up to the varsity?
I think they have to be athletic. They also have to have a good head on their shoulders as far as where to put the ball at certain times. And also to be level-headed that I'm a freshman, but I'm playing on varsity. And then we just needed a girl that could set for us to be a backup setter. And then, you know, Macy Tyndall has been a good fit for that position.
Yeah. Now, you know, and walking down in the hallways, I hear kids talking about how you're a stickler for academics. What do you talk to your kids about as far as academics?
But as an Algebra 2 Math 3 teacher, and also teach Algebra 1, you know, that's the basis. That's what's going to help you when they get out of school. So the players know that, you know, I expect them to do really, really good in the classroom, or they're not going to play on the court.
Okay.
And if they're involved in a sport, then they don't have time to do anything else but get that homework done.
Very good. Now, what conference you guys play in?
We play in the Carolina 1A conference.
That's a pretty tough conference from my understanding. I think you guys got Princeton, Princeton usually have a pretty good team. I think they got a lot of seniors this year, too. Have you guys had the opportunity to play them already
We have.
this year?
We played them last Thursday, and we lost in 3 games, but
So-
we played well.
Okay, all right. Now, we was talking earlier about your JV team, Coach Wade Johnson. I know Wade for years ago when he was on in the fire department. What does Wade actually bring to the table?
He's our disciplinarian, and he also helps us with strength and conditioning. He makes us do our running drills, and it's just a good balance. You know, where I bring in a lot of the technical stuff, I think he kind of lightens the load and he takes care of. Well, he drives the bus too.
Yeah. Okay.
He drives the bus,
Yeah.
and he also makes sure that the girls do what they're supposed to do.
Yeah. Now, the seniors, how many seniors do you have on the team this
We
year?
have 4.
Yeah. Who do you look for leadership? Now, I know we depend on a lot of our girls, but there's a couple that you probably, really kind of hold up to say, I want you guys to lead this team. Who are those girls?
Have one senior outside hitter that's plays front row for us, Ashley Thornton, and she's hitting it really well from the outside right now. And then Callie Thornton, who plays, they aren't related anyway,
Yeah.
but she plays libero, and
Okay.
she has shoulder surgery in June, and she's really stepped up to play that position because she can't hit or do serve or anything. So that's a new position for her, for a senior to play a new position. That's taking a big step up for us. And then we have a junior, Lexi Mercer, who's our person to go to on the front row. And then our setter, Ada Rivera, we really depend on her to run the offense.
Okay,
And
very
she's
good.
a sophomore.
That's outstanding, Coach. Now, I know I had the opportunity to come to your game the other day, and I was noticing the fans. It seemed like you got a real good base for fan support. Talk to me. How do you feel, what's the importance of fan support in a sport like volleyball?
I think if the student athlete knows that they have a positive back behind them, then they're going to play better, and they're going to be more excited to be out there and play. So I think the fan support's got to be positive to those students.
Right. Now, Coach, I tell you, I used to play a little volleyball myself, so maybe I can get you out there on the court one day. But we're going to get away from that. But anyway, one thing I like to ask the coaches on this show is the importance of getting involved in some type of extracurricular activities or some type of athletic program. Why do you think it's important for kids to get involved in a school program like this?
I think statistics shows that, if they're involved in stuff, then they don't get themselves into things that really aren't good for them.
Right.
They're busier, and they're held to a higher standard than those students who aren't involved in some extracurricular activity.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you stopping by, taking your time out of your busy schedule to talk to us. We'll be following you throughout the season. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time on the Great Sports Report.
I'm David Lewis,
And I'm Brian Weeks.
and you're watching The Great Sports Report.
And welcome back to the Great Sports Report Show. We have here Coach Wade Johnson. Coach, how are you?
I'm doing great.
Now, Coach, I understand that you're the head coach of the junior varsity team.
That's correct.
Now, how'd you get that position?
Well, my daughter played 9 years ago. She was a freshman who played varsity, and she Coach Cochran asked the parents one day she needed some help. She
Right.
had all these girls by herself.
Right.
And I stepped up, and I've been with her 9 years now.
Right. Well, Coach, I know you from old fire department days.
Yes, sir.
When the police department used to beat y'all in volleyball in the gym, and I know you remember that. But we ain't gonna talk about that because we on TV a little
I believe
bit.
it was tit for tat.
Well,
We
whatever.
won some, we won some.
Oh, okay, Coach. But anyway, I do understand that you're volunteering out here, and I think that's a great thing. What made you want to volunteer to do that? What did you see in the kids that make you want to do that?
Well, believe it or not, I've been coaching my whole life. I was a player coach when I was young, and then I coached little girls for the youth for Goldsboro City Youth. And I just then a sponsor came out wanting if I would coach a slow pitch softball team.
Right.
So that's how I got my start. But when she asked for help, I figured I'd just be doing stuff for her. But she ended up teaching me how to coach volleyball, and I've learned a lot from her.
Well, that's awesome.
And the kids, I love the kids.
Yeah.
And I'm a substitute teacher part-time now.
Okay.
And I love going to the little school because they give you hugs
Yeah,
down
yeah.
there. And,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just amazing how
That's
much.
good. That's good. Now, Coach, what do you feel the importance? Why is it important for kids to get involved in sports?
Well, I think it's kind of regimen they get in. They go to school, they go to sports, and then they study because they got to keep up the grades to play sports. In fact, my son and daughter, I told them they didn't have to work, but they had to keep their grades up.
Right.
And both of them were top. Ty was top fifth. He was fifth in his class. Out of the top of his class, he was fifth.
Right.
And he was the top boy. Is what I was trying to say.
Okay.
And my daughter was in the top 10. And she went on to play volleyball at Wesleyan.
Right.
And she played 4 years for Wesleyan. And she made the Dean's List 6 out of 8 times. And
Wow.
I think the regimen of playing volleyball and then having to keep the grades up help her make the Dean's List.
That is outstanding. So we're connecting the sports to the grades, and that's what we're trying to get across. How important it is to get involved in some type of extracurricular activity in athletics and stuff like that.
Yes,
So,
sir.
Coach, listen, I really do appreciate you stopping by, talking to us. We had Coach Cochran on earlier, and she was bragging about you a little bit, but we won't tell her that and everything like that. But I really thank you for what you're doing in our community. And if you ever need anything from us, let us know.
Yes, sir.
Thanks
Thank
a lot. Okay, and thank you for watching the Great Sports Report Show.
Why would you bully me?
Why would you bully me?
Why would you bully me?
Because it makes you feel cool? Because I'm different?
Do I touch a nerve?
Does making me feel bad make you feel good?
Why?
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 Bullying hurts. Bullying abuses. Bullying kills. Why would you bully me?
The Great Sports Report would like to send a special congratulations to the Lady Titans of the Wayne Middle School of Engineering. This past week, the Lady Titans notched the school's first ever win in competitive sports. Go Lady Titans!
I support Wayne County sports.
I support Wayne County sports.
I support Wayne County sports.
We support Wayne County sports.
And welcome back to the Great Sports Report Show. I'm Corporal Jones, and today we're here in Gator Country with Coach Aaron Sanders. Coach, how are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. You ready for football season?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. For the people who out there who don't know about you, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, my name's Aaron Sanders. This is my 7th year at Spring Creek. I'm a Spring Creek native. I went to school here from kindergarten through 12th grade. Went away for a little while off to college, coached here while I was in college, and came back home, and the football job was available, and that's my story as far as football goes.
Well, they say there's no place like home, and you're making a believer. Making us a believer out of that.
There is no place like home.
Yeah, Coach, it seems like we just went to sleep and woke up, and football season is here again already. What entails, how do you start the football season? Some of the things that you do to get this program running from the beginning.
Well, you try to build excitement, you try to build intensity. Those things start developing during your off-season programs, during your strength and conditioning, during the summer, during your skill work during the summer. You get all those things in, and then it all builds to August 1st, and that first night of practice, and the kids are excited, and you're excited, you're ready to go. And I know here we've had a really good first 3 weeks of the season, ready to get on to our in-season play.
Yeah, now I met some of your coaching staff as I was coming in. You want to talk to us about your coaching staff a little bit?
Yes, sir. We got four coaches on our coaching staff. We're a relatively young coaching staff. In fact, sometimes when we go places, people joke around with us that we're one of the youngest coaching staffs in the state. We've got Coach Taylor Jones, who's also the basketball coach here at the school, and he helps out with baseball. We've got Coach Jason Buckman, who coaches tennis at the school and helps us out with football. We have Coach Ryan Fields, who also coaches our golf programs here at the school. And we have Coach Paul Hayes, who's actually a former football player for me. My first year as a head coach, he was a senior my first year as a head coach. So I'm really excited to have him back. I know out of our 4 coaches, 3 of them are former Spring Creek High School alumni, so we're excited about that.
Oh, that's exciting, Coach. And I know you're running the triple.
Yes, triple option.
Yeah, the triple option. I heard about you in that thing, man. That's a bad thing there.
Yeah, we like it. It fits our personnel well. It's a scheme we try to stay consistent with our student athletes from year to year. So
yeah, now is that pretty hard to teach, or do you have a lot of returning players that already know that system, or?
Well, a lot of it has to do with consistency. Like I said, being able to build upon what you taught your young men the last year. The rules stay very similar year to year. As far as it's got some complexity to it, but keep the rules simple, keep the kids knowing what they're supposed to do each play, and we're able to work with that.
Very good. Now, see, do you still run the 4-4? I remember watching you last year. You guys had a 4-4 defense. You guys pretty much still run?
Yes, we're staying in our 4-4 scheme. Again, we feel like that fits our personnel well. We've got some people that are going to match into that scheme really well.
Yeah, now who's some of the returning players that you have that you're really leaning on? I know you're depending on a lot of people, but who are some of the main guys that you're really leaning on to step forward and take charge of this thing here?
Well, everybody, like you said, everybody's a key player. Right. But we've got several upperclassmen that will end up playing on both sides of the football this year. Jordan Hicks, Gary Williams, Logan Miller, Anthony Henriquez, Deshaun Braswell, and Sam Crocker. Those are 5 or 6 guys that they're going to play on both sides of football. They're going to see the field a whole lot. They're upperclassmen. 5 of those guys are senior, and Sam Crocker's our junior.
Well, very good, Coach. I was joking with you earlier. I think probably one of my last years of coaching, I think you were just coming in, but you're pretty much the elder statesman of the county now. I think is Coach Britt the only one that has more years than you do?
I know that Coach Britt has more years in the county than I do. Yes,
okay,
sir.
Well, very good. All right, very good. Well, Coach, we got to take a quick break. We ask you to stay tuned, and we'll be right back. welcome back to the Great Sports Report Show. We're here with Coach Sanders in Gator Country. Coach Sanders, I got some interesting news earlier before we came on this interview. I heard that you're a father in waiting.
Oh yes, my wife and Lindsay and I are expecting our first child in December. So little Elijah, we're excited about him coming. So we waited a long time for it and excited about him being on his way.
Okay, the main thing is she gonna let him play football?
Yes, she will let him play football. So.
Smart woman, and maybe grow up and be a Steelers fan. But anyway, I
he ain't gonna be no Steelers fan. So.
We don't want to talk about that. Coach, talk to me about fan support. I talk to a lot of coaches, and they stress how they love for the fans to come out and support the team.
Well, fan support is extremely important. Fortunately, here we always seem to have a good atmosphere on Friday night. We get people working in our concession stands. Concession stand has great food. Our local crowds come out and they fill up the stands. I think especially at a small community school like this, it's extremely important that the young men know that they've got people in the community that support them and support what they're doing.
That's awesome, Coach. That's awesome, Coach. Now, can you please let us know, what do you feel about kids playing athletics? I know out through the community, people, a lot of kids talking about they don't have things to do, but we feel that this is one way they can have an outlet. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Yeah, I think athletics are huge. I wouldn't be in the career that I've chosen today if it weren't for athletics. As a high school athlete, I played football, I ran track. Athletics reach students in a way that a lot of times they don't get reached in the classroom, and they give students an outlet that they don't often get in the classroom. So through athletics, students are able to learn some life lessons that they may not have otherwise learned. So really, we want to get as many students into athletics as it can, not only football, but really any sport. At a school like this, it's important that we have students come out for all of our sports.
Very good, Coach. Well, listen, I want to thank you for letting us come out to visit you. We really do appreciate this. I know with the baby on the way and an upcoming game, your time is very valuable.
Yes, sir. And I want to tell you, I really appreciate you guys with the Goldsboro Police Department doing this for the local high schools and getting this publicity out to the local high schools and to their athletes. So we really appreciate that.
Well, we appreciate you. We appreciate you. And we appreciate you. We'd like to say stay tuned next week for another great sports report. Thank you.
I wasn't afraid to die. I thought my homeboys always had my back. But man, was I dead wrong.
What I did was really stupid. I knew I should have stayed in school. I never thought I'd end up like this.
All my hopes and dreams, gone, gone, gone.
County sports.
I support Wayne County sports.
I support Wayne County sports.
We support Wayne County sports.